Hi, this is Dr. Rue, and I'm back again. You will not imagine what time it is right now. It's actually early in the morning. It's around about 20 minutes to 1. Yeah, a.m. What day is it? It's the 26th of June in 2021. And I've just felt, as I was sitting by the fire, enjoying the fire, um, don't be surprised. That's what God does. God shows up in the awesomeness of ways, in the ways that you've never thought possible, ways that you've never imagined to actually come up. He is a great God. He's awesome like that. So there I was sitting by the fire, and it occurred to me that there's some battles that you fight, and if it hadn't been for God being there for you, you would lose it totally. Because what happens is it's 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 God who knows the battle that you're about to get into. But it's not God alone who knows it. Whatever is fighting you also knows that it's fighting you. So it's two things involved. That which is fighting you, whatever powers or forces of, of darkness or evil that are actually fighting you. If it's a person in the human world, if it's a person that is planning something or plotting something against you, you see, that person knows about it because they're the persons or the people that were actually plotting something against you. So they know it. They've sat down, they've decided, okay, this so-called Dr. Rue, where is he? What is he doing? We need to take him out, sort of thing. But you see, I don't know about it. Dr. Rue doesn't know about it, all right? But God does. God knows about it. So that's the thing in life now. You see, there's so many things that you might not know about that come up against you. But all those things, they know that they are going to attack a certain individual, and that is you. But you don't know about it. But guess who does? It's God. Where am I getting at? I'm getting to the fact that the battle that you are fighting in your life, you're not meant to lose, but you're meant to win. As long as you are in the winning team. And the winning team here is God. You see, when you stick to God and when you stick to what He represents in His Word, all right, it became flesh. Let God's Word become flesh in your life. Let it begin to manifest in your life. You see, the more you spend time with Him and the more you're closer to Him, is the more that you are under the shadow of His wings. And by being under the shadow of His wings, you will know that, hey, no matter what comes up against you, God is there for you. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. So there goes to our series of building bridges. You see now, you don't know the future. As an individual, you don't. I don't. I don't know what my future has in store for me. I don't know what my future has in store for my kids or my grandchildren. I don't know. But guess who does? God knows. God knows. He knows your end from the beginning from the end. That's God, is the author and finisher of your faith. He knows it all. So where would I rather lay myself in? Where would I lie down, you know? Where would I lay and actually get some rest and say, I'm resting here because I know God's got it. I'd rather rest in the Lord because I know that for whatever I may want to do in the future, He has already prepared for it. He has prepared for me a future, a great future, not only for me, but for my children and my children's children. Because God knows my future and my children's future, He is the one who's able to show me how I'm supposed to live my life now in order for me to be a good example to my kids, in order for me to be an icon to my kids, in order for me to live a legacy to my kids. He has the power to enable me to show forth the love that is required for my kids to understand what is required of them. Because whatever I give off, they receive. And whatever they receive, they must also give. For to whom much is given, much has been required. And to whom much is required, much has been given. God has given us a mandate to not only live a legacy to our children, but to live a life that is full of joy, a life that is full of Him, a life that is worth living. No matter what may come up against you, always know that God has you. God has your back. God has your front. God has your side. God is around you. God surrounds you. And He knows everything that may try to get you, everything that may try to get in your way. When God gives you a challenge, He knows you're able to bear it. God will not give you something you're not able to bear. Wherever you are in life right now, know that it is not a mistake. It's God's will for you to be where you are. One might argue, but the will of God, how can it bring forth so many challenges? There's something called God's circumstantial will. Due to circumstances. Due to circumstances that you're facing in your life. You know, those circumstances are not just there to be there, but they are there for God to be glorified. That the Son of God may be glorified thereby. It's not a mistake that you face certain challenges in your life. God shows Himself strong in the midst of your challenges. Don't ask God to take you out of the situation that you're in. But ask God to help you to go through the situation. Because in going through, you will come out a victor. You will come out a better person. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you. What you want to do in life. At the end of it all, it comes down to your decision. It's not about me. It's not about the words that I'm saying right now. Lord knows I don't have it all wrapped up and good. I don't have it all perfect. But in my point of weakness, that's where God shows himself strong. In my point of need, that's where God shows himself strong. And if you begin to understand that, and you surrender your life to him, that's when you begin to realize that you're not only living your life for yourself, but for others that are to come. This is Dr. Rue on the series Building Bridges. Thank you very much for listening. Cheers.